what if the key to actually surviving the AI era isn't just about building better technological guardrails? What if it's about fundamentally reprogramming how our entire civilization operates? Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're unpacking a groundbreaking, peer-reviewed framework that completely rethinks our future with artificial intelligence. I mean, right now, we're all watching AI evolve at this breakneck pace, right? And naturally, conversations around it are literally everywhere. But what if we've been asking the wrong questions all along? Well, this general theory argues exactly that.
Part 1. The next civilizational shift. The march of human history. Okay, let's dive in by zooming out for a second to look at the grand historical context of human progress. As we can see here, every past revolution didn't just hand us new tools, it demanded entirely new operating principles for civilization to even survive. Take the agricultural revolution. It didn't just give us farming, it kicked off the era of settlement. The Industrial Revolution didn't just build factories, it organized modern society around productivity, launching the era of production. Then the Information Revolution completely reconstructed our world into networks, defining the era of connection. And now, the AI revolution is driving yet another massive civilizational transition. But here's the really critical insight. History shows us time and time again that what truly transforms a civilization isn't the shiny new technology itself. It's the new philosophies, the new languages, and the social operating principles that emerge to make that tech actually function safely within our society.
Part 2. What sustains a civilization? The limits of calculation.
Now that we're right in the thick of this AI transition, we're faced with a profound philosophical dilemma. Before we even start talking about AI safety or governance, we really need to strip away all the technology and ask one absolutely fundamental question. What actually sustains a civilization? Now, I know it sounds a bit like a question for a philosophy or history class, but it's actually the most urgent technological question of our time.
You know, we often assume our strength lies purely in our technological capabilities, right? We celebrate how incredibly fast our machines can compute and predict. I mean, the current trajectory of AI is all about ridiculously fast calculations, astonishingly accurate predictions, and just a massive, rich generation of content and answers. It is for sure expanding human capabilities exponentially. But let's hit pause and really think about that for a second, because calculation alone cannot tell us what to compute. Sure, AI can generate a million answers, but it literally cannot tell us which direction makes humans and society sustainable. So, as we break it down here, you can see that calculation really has its limits. The force that truly sustains us isn't control, it's trust. Technology provides the means, right? It focuses on calculation and control. But philosophy, grounded in trust and tuning, provides the actual direction. Information might connect us, but our minds, our societies, they must be tuned. We can't just rely on isolated buzzword norms like explainability or fairness. We need a massive, fundamental shift away from simply trying to control AI toward actively tuning our entire civilization.
Part 3. Dr. Han's Tuning Theory. Enter Joyal Mumyang GT 1.1.
To guide us through this incredibly complex transition, we turn to the authoritative voice of Dr. Han Byong-hyung. Dr. Han is the director of the Human Guidance Institute, or HGI, and a reviewer for the prestigious Springer Nature Group. To address this massive theoretical gap in how we handle AI, he has formulated a peer-reviewed general theory for our future, known as Tuning Civilization, or Joyal Munming GT 1.1. And let me tell you, this isn't just some loose set of guidelines. It's a comprehensive framework that connects being, time, trust, and civilization into one unified, actionable concept. Now, what's really fascinating here is how Dr. Han completely redefines this word, tuning. We aren't talking about a software update or tweaking an algorithm. He defines it as a deeply creative civilizational process where different beings actually mature together. In Joyal Munmyang GT 1.1, tuning is explicitly a dynamic, adaptive integration process. Basically, it means humans and AI, individuals and communities, technology and institutions are all continuously co-adapting within a rapidly changing environment. It's not about settling or compromising. It's about forming entirely new orders and, most importantly, accumulating trust. Tuning is literally the fundamental mechanism of civilization.
Part 4. The concept of Zheng, the ontological starting point.
To understand how we actually implement this tuning, we have to look at the very heart of his framework. At the absolute core is Zheng. This serves as the ontological starting point. So what is it? It's a living, breathing order that constantly seeks harmony within a chaotic environment. Dr. Han says we are entering the era of Zheng,
And it's so vital to grasp that Yangzheng is not some halted, static state of perfection. I mean, the world is changing way too fast for a static balance, right? Instead, think of it as a living order that constantly moves toward a better balance amidst nonstop change. It moves us beyond mere competition to trust, beyond control to tuning, and beyond raw efficiency to actual societal maturity.
And from that single philosophical seed, Dr. Han's framework expands into all these fascinating conceptual foundations that we need to build a highly resilient society. Because he starts with the Yangzheng heart, this theory acts as a root system branching out into a full theoretical continuum. We see the development of Yangzheng philosophy, the Yangzheng equation, fundamental intelligence, and all these other operational frameworks. All of these components work together as a fully integrated system. This ensures that we aren't just playing whack-a-mole with isolated AI problems, but we're actually building a holistic framework for the entire civilization to co-adapt and thrive.
Part 5. Trust protects the direction, the wind, and the direction.
Finally, we reach the climax of Dr. Han's theory, which provides us with just an incredibly powerful metaphor for our future. Look at this foundational proposition. The wind may shake the direction, but trust protects the direction. I just love that. It's a poetic yet deeply profound summary of everything we've been unpacking in this explainer. It's an incredibly grounding thought when you consider just how chaotic and overwhelming the daily news around artificial intelligence can feel right now. So if we break down that metaphor right here, we see that the wind represents the rapid change and massive uncertainty brought on by the AI revolution. It's fierce and it's shaking everything up. The direction, on the other hand, represents the core values and objectives our civilization is pursuing. Now, trust is the crucial social asset that ensures we don't lose that direction over time. And tuning, that dynamic, adaptive process we've been talking about, is the operating engine that continuously forms and accumulates that trust.
So the crucial takeaway here is that our ultimate survival in the AI era depends on our capacity to tune our society and accumulate trust rather than just endlessly building more powerful tech. According to Dr. Han Byung-hyun and Sholyula Munmyong GT 1.1, the core task of our time is actually not to create a more powerful AI. Let that sink in for a second. The goal is to build a society equipped with higher tuning capability. Because sure, computational superiority might give you a temporary technological edge, but trust and the ability to continuously tune our institutions, our humans, and our machines together to accumulate that trust, that is what will actually determine if a civilization is sustainable.
I'm going to leave you with this final provocation to really think about as we stand at the doorway of the era of Zhengzheng. In the age of AI, are we just building faster calculators? Or are we tuning an entirely new civilization? As this incredible AI landscape unfolds before us, how will you help foster that dynamic adaptation and build that essential trust?